Hi, I'm Randy Altman with Post Perspective. We're here at NAB 2023, and this is Terri Morgan from LumaTouch. Hello.
Hello, nice to be here. Thank you, Randy.
So you guys have a product called LumaFusion,
Yes.
and I guess you could describe it as a mobile editing.
Yes, it's a mobile multi-track editor.
Okay.
And it's for anyone from professional editors, journalists, filmmakers, documentary students. It's a very usable and touch-based editing system. So it was designed and built specifically for touch. So it has a different kind of feel when you're editing with it. It's actually brings fun back to editing without dumbing it down. It's not like iMovie. Well, not that iMovie is dumb. I don't want to imply that, but LumaFusion has the features you need to tell a real professional story. Yes.
Okay, so the user interface is pretty easy to maneuver
Yeah,
through.
it's, we designed it specifically for touch, so we don't rely on a bunch of menus. We didn't port over any UI from a desktop system, so we're not married to features that force the user to go into a menu to find out how to do something or get a specific thing. So what happens when you can rely on menus to make a feature is you do. And when you're building for touch and designing for touch, you really have to think about how should we express this feature in a way that our users can find it and in a very natural, intuitive way. So because you can't hover over things and say, oh, what's this button? I think it does this. No, it has to just speak to you. And that's the way we've designed LumaFusion. So when you're editing with it, it's a much more sort of relaxing feel because you're not
intuitive.
Yeah, and it just makes you more relaxed. And when you're relaxed, you can be creative, right? So
Sure.
That's
So I know that it could be a prosumer tool, but also a professional tool. So can you give me an example of how someone's using it in a professional environment?
Yes, lots of journalists, especially in Europe, have embraced Mojo or mobile journalism. So LumaFusion runs on iPhones, iPads, Android, and all of those. So mostly journalists, believe it or not, are shooting, editing on their phone, and then just outputting directly to the station. And they even recreate all their station graphics in LumaFusion and share those packages to other journalists so that they can do everything right from their phone and upload it for air.
So it plays well with others as well. So if they're taking graphics in, can you talk about that?
Yeah. iOS isn't great at having plugins architecture. It has plugins for audio, but not plugins for video, and not necessarily plugins that we would have to develop the plugins ourselves to get specific title packages in. So most of our customers have just rebuilt. They're just lower thirds and stuff like that, and then move. You can do those things in LumaFusion. So they just rebuild the graphics package, and then you can share a zip file with all your package in it to your other LumaFusion editors. So that's how they've done it, yeah.
Sure, yeah. Where do you see this side of the business going? What kind of trends are developing?
Yeah, I think, obviously everybody's talking about AI.
Yeah.
And there's, we have things in the app, like we have a voice isolation filter that uses machine learning to clean up voice. So if you were recording, say, in a bathroom and it was echoey, you can just flip a switch and it really does a good job of getting rid of that and making your audio sound pretty professional. So you can do, we're using AI in those ways. I think that the beauty of it for editing won't be to tell your story, or at least I hope not, because I want to hear stories from actual editors and from actual people who have genuine, heartfelt stories to tell. I don't want to hear it from a machine, right? Because our stories are unique, and that's why storytelling is special.
Sure.
So I hope it doesn't try to get into that, but I do think, there's a lot of tasks that we do that are just difficult, routine, repetitive. Finding media, finding audio, bits of your audio. So if you're trying to put together an interview, maybe it's easier to type a word that you remember and have it find that section, right?
Yeah.
And even automatically find your in and out points for you based on breaks in the audio, stuff like that. I'm hoping that we see more of that. Yeah.
Gotcha. So where can people find out more about LumaTouch and LumaFusion?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did we forget something?
LumaTouch.com. I forgot to talk about Multicam.
Oh my God! And that's your new product for the show.
Yes, like we're doing a whole new feature. And Multicam is the ability, obviously, to shoot with multiple cameras. And in LumaFusion, you can bring in 6 of those cameras and a primary audio if you want. It'll automatically sync those things for you. And then you just use your fingers to tap. I want to see this. I want to cut to that, that. And it's just so fun once it's sunk and you're switching.
Yep.
It's unbelievable fun. So when I've been demoing it to people here at the show, I'm demoing away and they kind of shove my hand out of the way, like, let me do that. It's really fun.
That is cool.
So that's coming out here in a day. And that's our big news right now. So,
okay, and they can find that on the website.
Yes.
Is it available now?
It's available within a day.
So by the time people are
yes.
seeing this,
when are they seeing this?
next week. Well,
oh yeah, it'll be out.
It'll be out.
Yeah. So you go to our website, obviously, LumaTouch.com, and you can find a page there on Multicam Studio, and it has all the details there, tutorials, and all that.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Oh, thank you, Randy. It's really nice.